FIM Motocross World Championship burst into life, and Benoit Patureau crashed down the start straight, tagging the handlebars of Jeremy Seewer. Max Anstey grabbed the foxhole shot, but second in the championship, Paul Jonas crashed out spectacularly at turn 2 and would not rejoin the race. Anstey led initially on his Rockstar Energy Husqvarna. His teammate was in third behind him, Thomas Covington, but before the end of the lap, Jeffrey Hurlings was up the inside of Anstey and took the lead in the race. Jeremy Seewer bounced his way back to get to 5th with that pass on Bernardini, eventually coming home in 4th as Anstey came home 2nd ahead of Tonkov, who came home 3rd. But it was win number 99 for Jeffrey Hurlings in MX2 Race 1 here in Patagonia. In MXGP Race 1, it was a terrible start for Romain Febvre. He got squeezed by his teammate Van Horbeke as Max Nagel took the foxhole shot ahead of Tony Cairoli, who leapt into the lead in turn 2. Goldenhoff was round the outside, but Febvre trying to make up for lost time on the opening lap, then lost the front end and fell all the way down to 21st and picked himself up and started working his way to the front of the field as Nagel took over the lead towards the end of the first lap. It was good to see Clément de Sales mixing it inside the top 5 in the early part of the race, but Cairoli was in a massive battle with Bobryshev and later in the race Tim Geiser as they battled for 2nd and 3rd place. Bobryshev took over the advantage here. Cairoli would bounce back again later on in the race. Eventually, Tim Geiser there took the pair of them, but then would eventually get caught and passed by Cairoli in the closing stages of the race. Febvre on the charge, passed Sean Simpson to go 7th on his way to an eventual 6th behind his teammate Van Horbeke. And this was the continuation of the battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th between Geiser, Cairoli and Bobryshev. Eventually Cairoli winning out that battle, Geiser 3rd, Bobryshev 4th, Van Horbeke, Febvre came home 5th and 6th. But Max Nagel, though, on the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna, he was the guy in command in Moto number 1. He led every single one of the 18 laps and was victorious in Moto number 1. MX2 Race 2, a better start for Tonkov this time, but again, round the outside, it was Max Anstey who grabbed the 2nd foxhole shot of the weekend. Jeffrey Hurlings, though, was in 3rd by halfway lap. Around the first lap, he decided to make his move from 3rd to 2nd and then 1st and checked out at the head of the field. Tonkov lost ground as Anstey went through to 2nd on lap 3. But then he had a problem. Bike stopped the following lap. Anstey would not be on the podium. A close moment for Seewer as he tagged wheels over one of the fastest parts of the racetrack with Paul Jonas. Jonas got himself into 2nd, but then Tonkov and Seewer started to look menacing. A mistake there from Jonas. While he was in 2nd, allowed Seewer to go through. Tonkov went through into 3rd at the midpoint of the race. Jonas came home 4th ahead of Benoit Patureau. But it was race win number 100 for Jeffrey Hurlings and career win number 51. Seewer on the podium again, so too Tonkov. And Hurlings still unbeaten. Seewer, Tonkov now 2nd and 3rd. Jonas drops to 4th. But what a day for Jeffrey Hurlings, writing his name once again in the record books and taking his first victory here in Patagonia. Didn't make the podium last year, but Tony Skillington handed another red plate to Jeffrey Hurlings. He leads as we go to Lyon.
Yeah, I really got to catch my flight right now. But anyway, we did it again. It's the 4th win of the season. Still won pretty much everything I could this season. So really happy with that, and just keep going from here. I feel better every weekend. So once again, I want to thank all my sponsors: HSF Logistics, Jumbo, Nestan, Oakley, Rebel KTM Factory Racing Team, all team sponsors. Thank you so much for sticking behind me every weekend and making my dream possible. So thank you guys, and see you next week in Mexico.
Great job. Thank you, Jeffrey.
MXGP Race 2, final race of the afternoon. Better start for Febvre, but it was Tim Geiser with his second foxhole shot of the year. He had Kai Rowley behind him second, but Fevre crashed out after clipping the rear wheel of Sean Simpson again on the opening lap. Tough race followed then for Fevre as he carved his way back through, passing Commander Sal to go 7th. Sal on the 25, green Kawasaki. Bobryshev, though, who was running 3rd, had a massive crash over one of the jumps in the middle of the circuit. He fell from 3rd down to 12th, eventually got back to 8th before falling again in the closing stages of the race, back to 12th. But the battle that everybody was looking at was this one here for 3rd. Nagel, Van Hoorbeek, Fevre on the same lap. Nagel went from 3rd to 5th. The 2 Yamahas charged through the following lap. Fevre got himself into 3rd with that pass on his teammate. Kai Rowley, though, was just too far ahead. So too was Tim Geiser. 3rd in race 1, a win in race 2. But Tim Geiser, his 4th race win of the season, claimed his 2nd MXGP Grand Prix victory of 2016. Kai Rowley on the podium for the first time since France 2015. Kai Rowley now moves up into 3rd in the World Championship standings. Bobryshev gets pushed down to 5th after that performance in race 2. But what a day for the Honda Garibaldi rider Tim Geiser of Slovenia, but Fevre still leads, although that lead has now been cut to 3 points.
Yeah, overall I'm really happy with all the weekend. You know, I won the qualification race first in MXGP class, so I'm really happy about that. Actually, it was amazing. You know, I have whole shot and then leading the race till the finish and won my, I think, 4th heat. So I'm really pretty pumped about that.